Hi, I'm John Persinos, Editorial Director of Investing Daily. Welcome to my video interview with Alex Benfield. Alex is an expert on cryptocurrency, and he's agreed to meet with me today to answer my questions about the cryptocurrency market from a macro level and also to provide some guidance on how investors can make money and position themselves to take advantage of the bull market in crypto that we think is going to occur in 2024. Alex, thanks for being here today.
Thanks so much for having me, John. It's great to talk to you today.
Yeah, thanks for carving out some time in your busy schedule to discuss crypto with us. Before we get started, tell us a little bit about yourself. Give me a concise bio of who Alex Benfield is.
Sure. Yeah. So I took a job as a research analyst slash data analyst at a small cryptocurrency data company in Denver, early 2018, when crypto data was nowhere near as prevalent as it was now. We covered a lot of different topics back then. That firm mainly catered to institutional clients like family offices and hedge funds. And we kind of just shot to cover as much and all data categories about anything related to crypto as we could. And eventually in 2020, I left that company and began working for a company called Whiz Ratings, where I became a research analyst slash co-editor of a few different cryptocurrency newsletters. We were running a few different investment portfolios, and that's what I've been doing for the last few years. And of course, that entire time I've been investing in cryptocurrencies on my own personally. Yeah, my personal investments in cryptocurrency have really helped expand my lifestyle. I was very broke when I first heard about crypto to begin with. Crypto's changed my life.
Well, you've certainly made a name for yourself in cryptocurrency investing. In many quarters, if you don't mind my saying, you're known as a whiz kid in crypto. What types of assets do you specialize in?
I dabble in a lot of different types of cryptocurrencies, but I tend to stick to the blue chip cryptocurrencies as the core of my portfolio. So that's Bitcoin and Ethereum primarily. Blue chip can apply to a few different cryptocurrencies now. I think for this new cycle, I'm adding Solana as a blue chip cryptocurrency. If you asked me a few years ago, I would have said Litecoin was a blue chip, but probably not so much anymore. Yeah, I stick to a lot of these large cap cryptocurrencies, and I like to trade these medium and long term momentum swing trades. It's really the core of what I do. Of course, I also monitor social sentiment using Twitter and through my other research and reading just to see what's heating up, what people are talking about. And I like to pick newer up and coming cryptocurrencies at the beginning of each bull market and just ride the momentum wave with them. If there's one single successful strategy that I found in cryptocurrency, it's just riding the wave of momentum. Back when I worked at Digital Assets Data, that crypto data startup in Denver, we tested out many different trading strategies using all sorts of different metrics, MVRV, all sorts of social sentiment breakouts, simple moving average strategies, and any sort of idea that these institutions could come up with, we tested. And we never found a single strategy that outperformed just your simple moving average crossover, which denotes just a basic momentum move. So these markets are very much momentum driven.
Well, that makes sense. Momentum driven trading in crypto. That's very logical. And you've racked up some big gains of following that strategy. How exactly do you gauge what constitutes a good trade?
I like to think that there's high confidence and low confidence trades, especially in these momentum breakouts. Sometimes the market can run away from you a little bit, as has happened over the last 2 months here to close out 2023. And as we head into 2024, this current rally is going on for a bit longer without any sort of relief than I thought it would. And so I'm just kind of holding back from adding to any current positions at the moment. I have a lower confidence in investing in this current short to medium term move here. Every once in a while, though, you'll get a high confidence breakout. Now, this is when the market has been stagnant for a while. Prices will just start to creep over the previous peak. So this is a really like a core one that we look for is, let's say Bitcoin had hit $45,000 in October and it's been trading at 38,000 for the last 4 months. When Bitcoin breaks 45,000, you have high confidence it's going much, much higher. So those are the longer term breakouts that we look for. Those are high confidence trades. And while they're not super commonplace, they're not taking place every single month across every single asset. There's plenty of these to trade throughout a crypto bull market. And you can make these trades with a very high confidence that it's going to be a successful winner.
Well, let me ask you, what are your current thoughts on the market dynamics right now as we speak? What do you see occurring and how can investors position themselves?
Absolutely. So 2023 was what I like to consider a transition year. 2022 was obviously a bear market in cryptocurrencies, and the crypto market tends to follow a 4-year cycle. And depending on where you want to start that cycle, it essentially consists of a bullish year, followed by a slightly more bullish year, followed by a brutal bear market that will shock and shake many traditional investors that aren't, that don't have the stomach for the type of drops that we can see in crypto. And then that bear market year tends to be followed by a transition year. And that transition year can be neutral, it can be slightly bearish, or it can be a little bullish. This 2023's transition year was a lot more bullish than I and many other analysts predicted. And I believe a lot of that was driven by the spot Bitcoin ETF news. So if you want to roll back to summertime, BlackRock announced that it intends to launch a spot Bitcoin ETF. There currently are a few futures-based ETFs out there, but a spot Bitcoin ETF is considerably more bullish for a number of reasons that I'm not going to jump into. And that's BlackRock. So that is about as blue chip of a traditional finance name that you could possibly have, putting their stamp of approval on Bitcoin. And so obviously that sparked quite a bit of a bullish run. And Bitcoin, along with the rest of the crypto market, had an excellent second half of 2023. The market just kind of kept going from October. From October, November, December, it just kept heating up and heating up. And as we start January, it really hasn't changed much. It's still very, very hot. Like I said a minute ago, it's kind of outrun us at the current moment. This current bullish leg is probably getting towards the end. And so that means that there should be a pretty good buying opportunity coming up in the near future here, so that you can stack up for the next leg in this bull market.
Well, that leads me to the next question. Investors, obviously, they're forward looking. We're starting a new year. It's January 2024. Where do you see things going in the coming year?
I see things going much, much higher for a multitude of reasons. It's currently early January while we're talking. I think that the first spot Bitcoin ETF could be approved as soon as tomorrow or later this month. There's a possibility for another further delay, but that really shouldn't shake investors. A lot of times in crypto, you'll get a buy the rumor, sell the news type event, which has happened many, many times. I don't think that's going to happen with this ETF. I think we're going to get a little bit of a buy the rumor, sell the news, and immediately buy back on the dip type event. I don't think you're going to have too big of a dip following the launch of these spot ETFs. And there's a lot of reasons why, but the biggest one is that there's a large audience out there in traditional finance that have wanted exposure to cryptocurrencies that haven't had the means or the access to get exposure to Bitcoin and the rest of the crypto market. I'm talking about financial advisors, your broker, your small town broker that, like I know personally, I have financial advisor friends that have direct orders or have had direct orders not to buy any Bitcoin product. And that is absolutely going to change when BlackRock puts its stamp of approval on this ETF. So I expect a massive wave of demand from a lot of people that haven't had the opportunity to buy into this crypto market.
And momentum traders look for catalysts, and the BlackRock ETF will be such a catalyst for upward momentum. What do you say to, you just mentioned some of the naysayers, the people who are negative on crypto. What do you say to average conservative investors who were spooked by crypto because they look at all of the scandals, for instance, with Sam Bankman-Fried and FTX, and they're put off by the headlines of criminal cases against crypto fraudsters? What do you say to those people?
Those people have given me the opportunity to buy many dips that I'd never thought I would have had the opportunity to buy. The post FTX crypto market dip was like a blessing for many of us. But their worries are founded in good intentions, I guess, or real worry. To that, I will say that the crypto market is put under a much more scrutinous lens than other markets, other sectors, and the amount or the percentage of fraud or scams in crypto is really not any higher than any other field or any other means of finance. Sam Bankman-Fried and FTX ran a ridiculous fraud. Like, there's nothing you can say about that. Now, I'm not going to defend FTX or SPF at all, but they do not represent the rest of the crypto industry. And we've seen plenty of examples of massive fraud in traditional finance as well. Bernie Madoff was trading stocks. Well, he said he was trading stocks. He wasn't trading anything else. Certainly wasn't trading cryptocurrencies. So fraud exists everywhere. And does it exist in crypto? Yes. And you need to be vigilant. And a lot of what analysts like myself do is help you point out what is safe, what is not safe. And to somebody that's worried about fraud or scams, I would say that you should be investing, researching, and making moves with the help of somebody that knows what they're doing.
All excellent points. Alex, thanks so much for your time. We look forward to hearing more from you about crypto in the future. Have a good day.
Thank you so much, John.